You have to have your eyes and ears open, and it's a little more dangerous, you know. Sometimes you're feeling a little crazy and you want to climb up on a freeway overpass. We're risking our freedom, you know. You might go to jail. You're risking whatever money you got. You're risking your life because you might fall off a bridge. We're out here getting chased by cops and whatever else.
Told myself I never could work a 9 to 5. I knew this shit early on in life, and I know that I was right. Know that I can fly. Know that I can fly. Know that I can fly.
So what would you say is like your definition of art? Like, what makes something art to you?
I would say expressing yourself in the extension of a paint can, a brush, a pencil, a pen. Pretty much expressing yourself without showing your emotions to the person standing in front of you or beside you or in that window watching you paint. I would say it started when I was like 15. I was in high school. I got tired of doing sports, and I felt like I had more common sense than the average 15-year-old. I didn't click in with those people who did the same things and dressed the same and talked the same. I wanted to do something different, and I feel like starting spray painting, in a way, I'm creating a legacy for myself. So if I walk outside and catch a stray bullet, that piece is gonna be there. They're gonna be like, yo, you know, my boy put that there.
Okay.
And it has some kind of meaning even after you're gone.
Usually it's a young kids, you know, 10, 12, 13, 14, somewhere in there. That's when you get started. And you don't have to go and try to get into a gallery or into a coffee shop or something. You can just go out and write your name or draw your picture of your comic book character or whatever. You can just go out and do it. And if you just keep doing it and you keep progressing and get better and better, there's people who are now making their profession off of art that started doing it, you know what I mean? So it's a legitimate art form. It's just you're doing it for free.
As you get older, you have more responsibilities. I never thought it would make me the kind of money that I'm making right now, you know? And it's a good feeling to turn something negative into a positive. So that's where I'm at right now with my life. You know, I just had a baby and doing adult things, you know? As much as I would still love to paint illegally, like I have a lot of responsibilities right now to where I can't really, you know, risk the chances of not being free, you know? So.
This is basically the foundation or the foreground of the painting. I'll spray that first, and then I'll go back over it and I'll create these more elaborate, detailed stencils, and then that'll go over that, and it'll give it all the details. Just because the artwork's in a back alley and, you know, where not a lot of people are going to see it, it doesn't make it any less of a piece of art because it's not hung on someone's wall. There's a lot of preparation into doing street art, because you have to consider everything, whether or not the cops are going to be involved, or if someone around you sees you, whether or not they'll call the cops. I know artists have scouted areas for months in advance. There's a big rush to go out of your way to make sure that it's going to get seen, but you not get caught.
Here you see toy work at its finest. You see whoever the hell Missy is, you don't got no respect to the street art gang or mural gang, and it's just pretty bad, man. They come out, they get their first little can of paint at a hardware store and think they can just start writing on day one, when you should really sit down and put the time and effort in to mastering your name.
So like this is just as bad as going into the museum and putting a mustache on the Mona Lisa. It's
unless you're Banksy. Unless that's a real good mustache.
This is a huge crayon. They use it, called a tire crayon. You can get them online for like $3 for like 5 of them. And yeah, I actually went to Seattle tonight, and like as my job, and hit like some spots with this. But yeah, you can do graffiti with anything, like a rock. The only thing you really don't do is churches and like houses, and that's when it like becomes like toys. That's where like the fucking little people that don't know all this shit, like, you know, have never watched a YouTube video ever in their life or nothing like that, you know, like about graffiti, like don't know shit about the graffiti, and they're going out there and like, oh, I'm gonna write fucking some stupid shit on this church. That's when people give graffiti a bad rap, and like people know the difference, I guess, but they still don't care, you know, because it's still vandalism. That's where that word comes in. That word sucks.
I mean, look, it's just a metal box that its only use is to move shit around the country. So why not put something on the side of it? You know, it ain't like this. It ain't here to be pretty, but you put a piece on it, makes it look a little bit better. So he wants his piece to run. He leaves the number so the railroadmen can still do their job. Hopefully the railroadmen leave the shit there. Boom, it's everybody's happy.
This is illegal, you know, just to warn you. Oh, shut that light off. There's a car.
I mean, not that one anyway. The other ones seem to be holding pretty well.
You want to participate?
May as well.